story of flight of wisdom. In the heart of a vast forest, nestled among ancient trees, stood a magnificent oak tree. Its bark was weathered by time, and its branches stretched high into the sky like a giant reaching for the heavens. Within this great oak lived Owie the Owl, a wise and gentle creature with feathers of soft gray and eyes that gleamed like twin moons. Owie was known throughout the forest as the guardian of knowledge. He had spent his long life reading the books that lay scattered in the oak's hollow and sharing the wisdom he had gained with anyone who sought it. But despite his age and wisdom, Owie still had a spark of adventure in his heart. One quiet evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon and the first stars began to twinkle, a young owl flew nervously towards the oak tree. His name was Pip, and his feathers were a soft brown, speckled with white. His wings fluttered anxiously as he approached Owie's home. Pip had heard stories of Owie's wisdom, and he hoped the old owl could help him with a problem that weighed heavily on his heart. Pip landed softly on one of the oak's lower branches, his eyes wide with uncertainty. Owie, who had been perched on a higher branch, heard the soft rustling of wings. With a gentle hoot, he turned his gaze downward. "Good evening, young Pip," Owie called, his voice warm and inviting. "What brings you to my tree tonight?" Pip hesitated for a moment, his wings shivering with nerves. "Owie, I've come because I want to learn," he said, his voice trembling. "I want to be like the other owls, strong, confident, and free to soar through the skies. But I'm afraid of failing." Owie tilted his head thoughtfully, his large eyes studying the young owl with kindness. "Fear, young Pip, is something that all creatures face. It is not the absence of fear that makes us strong, but our ability to face it. Come, sit with me, and I will help you find the courage you seek." Pip flapped his wings nervously and slowly flew up to Owie's perch. The old owl smiled softly, his feathers ruffling in the evening breeze. "Tell me, Pip," Owie began, "why do you want to fly so high? What is it that you seek?" Pip looked up at the stars, his eyes reflecting their gentle glow. "I dream of seeing the world, of flying above the treetops, feeling the wind beneath my wings, and seeing places I've never imagined. But I don't think I'm strong enough to do it. What if I fall? What if I can't keep up with the others?" Owie nodded wisely. "Ah, yes. Fear of the unknown is a powerful thing. But it is also what holds us back. You must trust in your own strength, Pip. You were born with everything you need to fly. Sometimes, the hardest step is taking the leap." Pip looked down at the ground below, his heart racing. "But what if I'm not ready?" Owie's eyes softened, and he reached out with one of his wings, placing it gently on Pip's back. "No one is ever truly ready, Pip. We all start somewhere. You must begin with small steps, learn to trust yourself, and in time, you will see that the world is not as frightening as it seems." For the next few weeks, Owie became Pip's mentor. Every night, they would meet beneath the oak tree. Owie would teach Pip how to read the wind, how to glide with grace, and how to trust his wings. Slowly, Pip's confidence grew, though the fear still lingered in the corners of his heart. Each time he felt the fear creeping in, Owie would remind him, "Remember, Pip, the sky is vast, and it is waiting for you." One day, word came through the forest that the great owl migration was about to begin. A group of owls would be flying across the land, heading toward warmer climates in the south. It was a journey that would take many days and nights, crossing vast fields and mountains, with only the stars to guide them. Pip's heart fluttered in his chest at the thought of the migration. It was a dream he had always held, but now, with Ollie's encouragement, he wondered if he might be ready. He approached Ollie, who was sitting on his favorite branch, looking out over the forest. "Ollie," Pip began, "the migration is soon. I want to go with the others. But I'm still scared. What if I can't keep up?" Ollie turned his wise gaze toward Pip. "The journey will be long, and it will test your courage. But remember, you are not alone. You have been preparing for this moment, and you have the strength within you. I will be with you every step of the way, just as I always have." With those words, Pip felt a surge of determination. That night, as the owls gathered for the migration, he took a deep breath, spread his wings, and took off into the night sky. The wind was strong, and the stars shimmered above him. For a moment, Pip felt as though he might fall, but then he remembered Ollie's words. He trusted his wings, and he soared higher. The journey was not easy. There were moments when Pip grew tired and uncertain, but each time, Ollie was there, offering words of encouragement. "You are doing well, Pip. You are stronger than you think." As the days passed, Pip's confidence grew. He flew alongside Ollie and the other owls, marveling at the world beneath him. He saw fields that stretched to the horizon, rivers that glittered in the moonlight, and forests that seemed to go on forever. It was everything he had dreamed of, and more. But most importantly, Pip learned that the fear that once held him back was no longer a barrier. He had faced it and had become stronger for it. Finally, after many days of flight, the owls reached their destination. The warm southern skies welcomed them, and Pip felt a sense of accomplishment like no other. He had done it. He had faced his fears and had proven to himself that he was capable of greatness. As the migration came to an end, Ollie and Pip sat together on a branch, looking out over the vast landscape. Pip turned to Ollie, his eyes bright with gratitude. "Thank you, Ollie," he said, his voice full of admiration. "I couldn't have done it without you." Ollie smiled, his eyes twinkling like the stars. "You did it, Pip. You always had the strength within you. I was simply here to help you see it." And so, Pip returned to his home, a wiser and more confident owl. He carried the lessons he had learned with him, sharing them with others who sought guidance. And though Ollie remained in the Grand Oak, they remained lifelong friends, forever bound by the wisdom of the sky and the courage to face the unknown. The end.